What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dreamer87 coming at you with yet another motivational, inspirational vlog. Today, I want to talk to you about Steadfast Faith, and I will be coming out of Romans 20:28, and no, actually, I'm sorry. I'll be coming out of Romans 8:28, and it reads, "And we know that all things work together for the good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose." Today, I've come to realize faith is a powerful thing to have. Faith will carry you through your lowest times, and it'll take your higher times higher. If that makes any sense. It'll make, your greater times greater. One thing about faith is it's free. So it's not just, you have it one day. You can have it every day. And when you're steadfast in something, it's a constant. You're constantly dealing with it. You're constantly indulging in it. So when I think about steadfast faith, I kind of think about constantly indulging in faith. Like, when you indulge in ice cream, you're constantly eating it. You try and put down, you got, let's say you got a tub of ice cream, and you try and put it down, but it's so good you can't put it down. That's how faith is, because faith will carry you to a whole nother level. Faith will carry you beyond what you could ever imagine. So when I think about steadfast faith, I think about constantly believing God, always believing God. And when you're constantly believing, the devil is going to come at you. When you're always believing, he's going to try and put roadblocks there to stop you, to discourage you, to get you to the point of, what if it doesn't happen? Or maybe it's not going to happen today. Maybe it's not going to happen this month, this year, or this second. Steadfast faith is, to me, steadfast faith is strength. You're very strong in your faith because you're not letting up. You're constantly believing God. And the devil doesn't want that. So one thing I believe is you can't let the devil get in your ear. You can't let your left hand know what your right hand is about to do. It's always good to walk in silence and have that I have to trust God mentality. I trust God mentality. I trust God no matter what mentality. Because that kind of mentality will get you a long way. Somebody said, faith. I heard somebody say, "Faith it till you make it." But and they were actually replacing "fake it until you make it." But faith it until you make it. Believe until it happens. That's unwavering faith. That's steadfast faith. When you don't see it no other way, whether it's healing for your body, finances in your bank account, a new car, a new home, faith it until it happens. Faith it until it comes to pass. Because that's the only way you're going to receive what God has for you. Yes, God gives. Yeah, you can have, what I did a vlog on a while back, mustard seed faith. You got a little bit of faith and God still blesses you. But sometimes you got to grow past that. You got to grow into that steady faith. You got to grow into that, that kind of faith that it's like water. It's a constant. You could turn it on and leave it on, and it'll constantly run. It won't be no breaks, won't be no holds, won't be nothing backing it up. It's just constantly there, constantly running. And you can let it run until whenever, or you could just turn it off. But see, water, I use water because you could leave water on. Yeah, that'll run your light bill up. But at the end of the day, I would say this. Let your faith be like water. Let it run steadfastly. Let it run strong. Be steadfast in your faith. Be immovable. Let your faith not be replaced. Let it be irreplaceable. Nothing can replace your faith. Nothing can distract your faith. You see, when you have that kind of faith that can't be moved, that can't be replaced, that can't be distracted, you have that steadfast faith. You have very strong faith. You have the kind of faith that moves mountains. You have the kind of faith that heals bodies. You have the kind of faith that can heal cancer. You have the kind of faith that can give a blind man his eyes to see. You have the kind of faith that can tell a lame man or a paralyzed man, pick up your bed and walk, or if he's in a wheelchair, stand up and walk. And then you can watch God make moves for you. See, it's not just, I think it could happen, or I believe it's so, or I believe it'll happen. It's straight up, God, I believe you, I trust you, it is so. Let's say, for instance, your car break down. You driving, boom, car break down on the side of the road, you get it towed to the shop or back to your house, and you don't have transportation, and you're doing something like Uber. You may be doing Uber, Lyft, back and forth to work, and it gets expensive. So you're like, God, I need you to give me another car. Be specific in your faith. What I mean by that is be specific in what you ask God, and stand strong in that. Stand strong in knowing that, hey, he's going to give me, that Hyundai Genesis, whether it's a 2016 or 2018, 2019, 2020, whatever year it may be, he's going to give you that. And I said Hyundai Genesis because that is one of the cars that I want for myself. I'm currently driving Chevy Cruze. And, me and my wife, we have a Chevy Cruze and we have a Hyundai Elantra. But me personally, I love the Hyundai Genesis. That's one of the cars that I want in my fleet of vehicles. And I want it all black with peanut butter interior. I mean, that's just my preference. God, he doesn't discriminate. He's not going to just be like, oh no, that's too much for you. God has made it known. Be specific in what you ask for. Even down to the smallest detail. Why? Because he is a God that can do all things. All things are possible through Christ. Steadfast faith, all things are possible through Christ. When your faith is constantly running, all things are possible through Christ. It's not just, I believe God's going to bless me with this Genesis, then the next day, not so much. I don't know. There is no I don't know. There's no I don't understand. See, say for instance, I go for I go for my Genesis tomorrow, and I get denied. I got denied by one dealership. Okay, cool. Wise woman once told me, for every 10 no's, you got one yes. So that's no number. That would be no number one. So I got nine more times before I get that yes. And that yes may be exactly what I want, plus a little more. So you have to stand strong in knowing that God has your back and knowing that God is going to do for you what you ask of him. Now, sometimes, we ask big crazy things. We can't expect it to happen right then and there. We have to, give God some time and stand steadfast in our faith. So I pray that, I've given you some nuggets. I pray that I've given you something to run stronger in the Lord. I look forward to giving you more of what God gives me. You guys be blessed. Dream Eric. Wow. Yeah, I think a name change is coming, but Dreamer 87 out.